yourself clearly. When I take a knife and carve a hole in it, all you see is the moon. And up the stars and the sea and the land and me. You don't wanna see such a thing. You stole me away, but I'll just look in the mirror. Oh, maybe a picture, it's alright. 'Cause I don't need anyone but the one I am. Just the one who will always be on my bones. Just the one who will always be on my scope. And it might be cliche to say, but I'm more than okay with just a picture of you in my head. And it might be cliche to say, but I'm more than okay with just a picture of you in my head. It's 3 a.m. and I'm pouring my soul into the sink, 'cause the bathtub is too full of you. You. Me.
That is Colorado singer-songwriter Maya Bennett from her first release, and that was the Bathtub song. Welcome, Maya.
Hi, how's it going?
It's great. That was recorded. You have a song, More of Less, which is one of the songs on the track, and then Less of More is the name of the CD. Did I get that right?
Switched around, but pretty close. So it's More of Less is the name of the album, and then the song is Less of More.
And that was recorded at Stout Studios with Darren Raddick.
Yeah.
It was great for you to have that experience, and he's gotten to watch you play. And, of course, Amanda,
Yeah.
with being in Colony Funk.
Mm-hmm.
And
Awesome.
it's great to kind of have that connection made there.
Yeah, and they're just really fun to watch live, too, because they played the birthday bash, and I played it, too. And Patty Fiasco was there, too, and that was just a great time. And it was cool to see them play live after working with him so closely.
You are quite the busy musician. You're currently in high school, and you spend a lot of time, in addition to all of your studies that they throw at you in high school, of setting up your own gigs. Probably, I mean, it's remarkable the amount of time that you put into setting up these gigs.
Thanks. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's hard to really gauge kind of how much you're doing at the point in time, but I was really putting a ton of time into it in late June and early July, and I was super busy these past 2 months. But then I sort of slacked a little bit, and you can tell the difference in the schedule, because then it's a lot slower. But it's fun.
You play in Longmont, you play in Loveland, you play in Fort Collins, and there are a lot of great venues. You've taught me, I think that, in looking as someone that sets up gigs, I've always felt that there's just a lot of opportunity out there. It's a matter of looking for it.
Sure.
You've made that a real priority for you.
I think also something really cool is the beer culture here. Not that I can drink or anything, but a lot of breweries are so family friendly and stuff, but they also are hosting live music, and that's those are great places to play. Everywhere is fun to play, but breweries are really stand out because there's so many of them that host live music, which is really cool.
Yeah, and they appreciate hearing your music. And one thing that's really exciting, in addition to these gigs, is you are starting to coordinate and oversee an open mic.
Yeah. I've noticed going from town to town, even 15 miles, kind of the difference is crazy, because each music scene is totally different. From Fort Collins and Longmont compared to each other are totally different, it feels like. And they're both great, but it's just a different culture a little bit. And Loveland is, I think, getting there, but I'm trying to help build that up as much as possible, especially for, it seems like there's not a lot of youth musicians out and playing in Loveland. So I'm trying to coordinate that. So it's the open mic that I'm hosting is at Loco Artisan, the first and third Thursday of every month, 6 to 8 if anyone's free and wants to come jam.
And that's on the southeast corner of
6th and Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a really great venue, great owner out there.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a great space.
Definitely. It's a great listening room, too.
And speaking of Loveland, actually, Art Space Loveland is pretty cool. And you, not too long ago, there was an event out there where you played as well. Yeah,
like in August. That's probably like one of my favorite places in Loveland, honestly. Just like the whole environment and supportive artist community is really cool.
They have a outdoor stage out there. And something that is really becoming apparent is how you're able to connect with the audience. Very powerful songwriting and guitar playing, and when you have your kick drum going, there's just a lot going on. And of course, at times working with Sierra Fournier on cello, which really complements this. I like to define kind of as your, the kind of the grit and the power of your solo work. When you combine it with a cello, it kind of has a soothing effect, sort of, which works. Yeah, she's such a talented musician. As it's like she's classically trained and stuff, and she's just so good. It's so fun to play with her. So in addition to your EP, and we'll be playing another song off of that in a little bit, you have a very, very cool guitar that you brought with you. Yeah. So I think back in like February or something, I was talking to this luthier and guitar builder, Michael Anthony, and he offered to build me a guitar, like as a sponsorship thing. And recently at a gig, he showed up with it, and it is the coolest thing I've ever seen. It's so nice of him to do it, and it's like one of the nicest guitars I've ever played. And yeah, so if anyone's in the market for a guitar or a luthier, Michael Anthony, you should look him up. So we're going to hear the first song. This is a newer song. You're doing a lot of songwriting and exceptional. This is Sea Sharks, and there's an interesting story to this song. Well, in the past couple months, I have been slacking on naming my songs, so I just call them, like, when I'm playing, I'm like, I don't have a name for this song, but this particular song I called the C-sharp song because it's in the C-sharp tuning, and someone in the audience thought I said Sea Sharks, and I'm like, okay, well, that's actually pretty good. So now it's called that. There's no relation to the title at all. It's not about any type of ocean or shark, but it's called Sea Sharks now. This is Maya Bennett. You're listening to KRFC 88.9. This is the afternoon mix, and we're live in the studio with Maya Bennett. I told myself for ages life would bring me love, but it just wakes me from my sleep. It's with these bags under my eyes, come from living in ordinary day and night. See, this door only opens once in a while. It waits for me to get out of bed and take a step, only to cut my nose when I cross the frame. But not our faces show the basis of complexion, and initiation. We've all got one thing in common. We've all got a nose, just not the same sensory bug. Crawling in and crawling out of the brain. Well, I told myself for ages life would bring me flowers, champagne, and bottles of wine. They're only empty bottles now. Well, you see, life brought me flowers, dead and alive, and they make decent posts
on the place where my soul is shown. It's the only way I can decide my worth. But not all screens show the same. Guts, my insides aren't even on the internet. We all have one thing in common. We've all got a nose, just not the same sensory bone. Cynicism and love. Oh, love. Oh, love. Love, 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 love. The love you gave me when we are 23. That same love.
Sounding great here in the studio. Nice job, Maya.
Thank you so much.
It's Maya Bennett, singer-songwriter from Northern Colorado. Played the birthday bash last year in between Colony Funk and
Patty Fiasco.
Patty Fiasco.
Yeah.
So you're getting to see some cool
Definitely.
musicians
Oh
in
my
here.
gosh.
Yeah, and you were talking about, Maya, about the difference in the music scene between Loveland and Longmont and Fort Collins, all having their strengths, but just it's kind of cool for you probably seeing the different dynamics of the venues, venue owners, audiences, and just the environments that you're going into.
Yeah, for sure. And it's really useful, actually, because I'm learning so much from everyone I meet in each place. And it's really cool to see, honestly.
It absolutely is. You know, expanding that learning, it's pretty incredible. The music district. And
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, KRFC will soon be having our new digs over there before too long. And it's really fascinating, earlier in this broadcast, having Celeste and Sarah from Maple Street Music Agency in here and talking to them. They just moved in. And there's so much to know in this industry. It's pretty incredible how much there is to learn. It never ends.
Yeah, for sure. I went to a roundtable for entrepreneurship, I think a couple of weeks ago, and it kind of really opened my eyes because I really have been focusing on this local scene, which I think is amazing. But I honestly forgot a little bit that there's not that there's more out there, but that it's tangible to get there. And both are cool. And I kind of didn't separate the two a little bit too, but there is a difference. And I think it's awesome to learn about that through the music district. And plus it's all free, which I think is incredible that they're doing all this.
Let's hear another song from you. We've got a couple more songs we're going to hear live from Maya Bennett here in the studio. Maya's website is mayabennettmusic.com. And I believe actually on Facebook as well, it's Maya Bennett Music.
Yeah.
Great. This is a beautiful song. These are originals that we're hearing from Maya Bennett. This is Looking Around here on KRFC.
Fall asleep crying desperately. I guess it's cold insomnia. Can hear gunshots and battle scars, but losing hope is blinding. Looking around, oh, what do you see? We're all surrounded by the most beautiful of things. And wealthy as their father made them, yet that ass still as poor as me. Quality trumps quantity, but it's one in remain the same. Looking around, oh, what do you see? You say we're all surrounded by the most beautiful of things. Got no brothers and you've got no sisters. Really all you're left with is those blisters. You're missing your home, yeah, you got nowhere to go. Sold your soul to the devil, I suppose. But looking around, oh, what do you see? You say we're all surrounded by the evilest of things. The world's so empty and the earth's so full, and your skin is far too cold. Some people are gone forever, and some won't go away. But I know I'm here forever, so you might as well stay. But looking around, oh, what do you see? You say we're all surrounded by the most beautiful of things. And looking around, what do you see? You say we're all surrounded by the evilest of things. And looking around, oh, what do you see? We're all surrounded by the evilest of things.
Maya Bennett on KRFC. Sounded great, Maya.
Thanks. Oops.
This is now you took possession of that wonderful guitar. How long ago was that again?
October 8th is when he brought it to me, so it was
Wow.
like 2 weeks ago.
And for those that may have just tuned in, tell us,
Michael Anthony.
Michael Anthony. Yeah, that sounded great. And he basically wanted to make that guitar for you.
Yeah, he's a local artist. He also, before he made this one, he built one as a sponsorship type thing for Antonio Lopez, a local artist in
Absolutely. He's
Longmont,
been on.
yeah.
He's been here to the station. Great guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a very nice dude.
Nice.
But yeah, so I just went over and it was cool because I was a part of the whole process. He allowed me to go pick out the wood. Like I was just knocking on blocks of wood, and I didn't really know what was going on, but apparently, I think he helped guided me. So now I have this probably the nicest guitar I've ever played, and it's just incredible of him.
It was sort of like knocking on heaven's door when you were doing that.
Yeah, basically.
That's exciting. So for those that have not seen you perform, you at times it's cool because you have different setups. Like today, you've got the vocals and guitar. It's sounding great, and then there are times where you have. Well, tell folks what else you have.
I also play a bass drum and wrap a little tambourine around my foot to as a percussion side, and then also sometimes I'm lucky enough to play with a band too. A wonderful cellist named Sierra Fournier and various drummers. Dylan DeBoard from Paradox drums with me quite a bit, and he's awesome. Yeah,
he's really tremendous. And I like the array of guitars that you're building, that you have as part of your repertoire as well.
Yeah, I also play an archtop guitar. allure, and I love that guitar. It's so fun to play.
We're here with Maya Bennett on the Afternoon Mix. This is Vincent here with you. And San Andreas, I think, was probably the first song of yours that I saw on YouTube. And there's a real power to your writing. And I wanted to, when we come back, let's talk a little bit about your writing. This is an original from Maya Bennett, Colorado singer-songwriter, here on KRFC.
I've been looking for you for a long time. I've been looking through the desert, trying to find my mind. Loco, they say, means crazy. And you better believe without you I'm going insane. Well, I remember the days when everything went your way, but I forgot that there was a fault in San Andreas. I made my way through, trying not to fake it, but my boots got stuck in the mud. Well, I woke up a Wednesday morning and I wanted to change the world, but I couldn't get out of bed. Nothing was straight, the clouds were gone and you weren't there with me. What a catastrophe. And you were into light, but a giant fire. You ignited the flame in my heart, but I'm too weak. When you were a boy, I was warned, for goodness sakes. And don't love the man that will burn you straight to the ground. Well, I woke up a Wednesday morning and I wanted to change the world, but I couldn't get out of bed. Nothing was straight, the clouds were gone and you weren't there with me. What a catastrophe. I can't go a day without you.
That's fantastic, Maya.
Thank you so much.
One of the things I really appreciate about your music is you're pliable with your songs. I've seen on a regular basis where you have a song and I take it sometimes you change it around a little bit.
Yeah, I try to. And also playing so often, you want to kind of change it up for your audience and for yourself. Like, I don't want to get sick of any of these songs since I play them like twice a week out. So I try to keep it interesting.
Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, actually.
Thanks.
Speaking of songwriting, How many songs would you say that you're comfortable playing in public have you written at this point?
Well, regularly, I probably play about like 35 of my songs, and then sometimes I pull out like maybe 10 more. I don't know. But those are the beasts, like the songs that are fillers sometimes, like the extra ones.
So you could, the amount of songs that you're comfortable playing, you could play a rather long gig.
Yeah. I mean,
What's the longest that you've played?
the Boulder's farmers markets are 4 hours long. Those are like good for the first 2 hours, and like the third hour is really kind of rough to get through. But then like past that, you just want to keep playing for like 6 more hours. But they're fun.
Do you repeat songs during your set when you do that?
Yeah, I don't have enough songs yet.
Yeah, 4 hours is a long time. Speaking of songwriting, you're getting some real notice. It started, I believe, last year. Tell us about what that initial opportunity was.
So last year I heard there's a couple of youth songwriting contests. One at E-Town, which I got selected to perform in, but I was in Oklahoma during that time. And then another one at Swallow Hill, which I had been going to for a couple of years. I just never, I always missed the application deadline. But the one at Swallow Hill was really fun. A lot of great music and stuff there. It was really cool.
Yeah, so this past week you did have the opportunity to perform at E-Town.
Yeah, that was really fun too. Lots of also great music there.
A lot of talented people, and, people that were there, you got some really good feedback from people.
Yeah, people seem to enjoy it, which is always really rewarding, because I think the audience is half of why you should be doing this. It took me a while to understand that, but I think doing it for yourself and the audience in an equal term really is what it's all about, I think.
That's a healthy perspective, because I assume that there are a number of artists, and they want to express themselves, so they're digging in there and they're working the craft, and they're like, here I am. It is a two-way street.
Yeah, and I think it's also really important, because if you're not making art that you enjoy, no one else is going to like it. Or it doesn't matter if people like it if you don't enjoy it. But at the same time, it can't be all a selfish thing. I don't know. It works for some people.
So Maya Bennett, Northern Colorado singer-songwriter, really doing some really progressive things, both with your music and in your approach to learning as much as you can. And what a great place for you to be here in Northern Colorado. Yeah,
for sure. About a year ago in August, I did an open mic at Sky Brewing in Longmont, and I met the Prairie Scholars, if anyone knows who they are. They're amazing, phenomenal people, and they've really taught me a lot. I didn't really think about that there's a business side to this, but there really is, and that's part of the battle too. Just that's helped me be able to play gigs, and I don't know. The whole reason I'm doing this is to play out, and I think it's really cool to meet people who are guiding me and teaching me how to do all that.
And you talked about how the different cities, Longmont and Loveland and Fort Collins, were different. You have an opening up a dynamic in Denver, actually.
Yeah, I recently booked a gig at the Mercury Cafe, kind of downtown, and I'm really pumped for that one.
Yeah, and this is it'll be your second gig you lined up in Denver, I believe?
I've done a couple festivals with Swallow Hill, but and then I played in Greenwood Village a couple weeks ago, but this is my first Denver one on January 10th. Cool.
Really good. MayaBennettMusic.com is the website, and there is More of Less is the name of the CD that was produced over at Stout Studios with Darren Raddick. Mm-hmm. And it would be wonderful to see if you can find a way to get in that singer-songwriter stage at Bohemian Nights. Very much you would deserve that opportunity, I think.
Thank you so much.
So thank you for being here. We're going to play the song Less of More. We're going to play the song More of Less.
No, you were right the first time.
And want to thank Maya Bennett for being in the studio with us.
Thanks for having me.
Little piece of my prophecy along with you. It's been to keep me from concaving. And the salty water saved me. Oh, they brought me down to the sea. And I'm watching the air flow through my hidden holes. Gave me the chills that I needed to move away from my superficial ways and create a love that's the face not only the world wants to see. And the salty water saved me. Oh, they brought me down to the sea. And I wanna be, no, I need to be stripped down to my stone. I need to burn all that I see in my conditioned qualities and leave myself with less and more. And what if who I am if you're is worse than before? Am I worth who I wanna see? Oh, 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 oh. Oh Lord, am I worth who I wanna see? Well, I must let my doubts swallow my ambitions. Must take a step and drop my boasting skin on the way. And the salty water saved me. Oh, they brought